Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt like you know what you should do to improve your life, but somehow you still don't do it? I feel like many of us experience this, and I'm not an exception. I finished reading the book The Mountain Is You by Brianna West, and in this video I want to share some ideas that I personally found interesting and helpful. So let's get into it. Here are three main topics from this video: self-sabotage, emotions, and changes. There is nothing holding you back in life more than yourself. What is self-sabotage? The book says, self-sabotage is when you have two conflicting desires. One is conscious, one is unconscious. You know how you want to move your life forward, and yet you're still, for some reason, stuck. Sometimes our most sabotaging behaviors are really the result of long-held and unchecked fears that we have about the world and ourselves. For example, if you're deeply afraid of being a car passenger, your real fear may be the loss of control. When we self-sabotage, it is often because we have a negative association between achieving the goal and being the kind of person who has or does that thing. Self-sabotage comes from what's unfamiliar. Even if it's good or beneficial for us, unfamiliar things feel uncomfortable and lead to a loss of control and can lead us to self-sabotage. What you believe about your life is what you will make true about your life. We all hear it a lot now, especially on social media. I kind of agree with it. I think I have seen some patterns in my life, like if I believed that I could do something, in the end I really did it. And of course it has logic. If you don't believe that you can do that project, you probably won't even start it, which will lead to the fact that you won't finish that project, and it will confirm your can't do it thought. To start your healing journey, take a piece of paper and a pen and write down very specifically everything you're not happy with. It can give you clarity about what's really wrong, so you can see maybe some habits you want to change or anything else. The greatest act of self-love is to no longer accept a life you're unhappy with. It is to be able to state the problem plainly and in a straightforward manner. It's hard for us to make changes, so we need to start small and make it a habit. Changes feel dangerous and uncomfortable. That's why we should take small steps. Also, there are things I would like to hear sometimes, so I'll mention them here as quotes from the book. It's good to remember. It is okay if you're starting at the beginning. It is okay if you're at rock bottom and cannot yet see your way through. It is okay if you're at the foot of your mountain and have failed every time you've tried to overcome it. The negative emotions come with a message, and while we can't interpret them yet, we can't understand what these emotions can tell us about our experience. How to interpret negative emotions. Anger. Anger is not a bad thing. It can show us our boundaries, limits, and priorities. It can also help to make important changes for us and the world. Sadness. Sadness is the normal response to the loss of something or someone. Guilt can help us look deeply at our behaviors that we have done or could do. If we did something unfair to someone else, the guilt can help us to admit it, apologize, and correct that behavior. Jealousy. Jealousy is sadness and insecurity. Jealousy can show us what we want or what we would like to accomplish. Regret. Regret is trying to motivate us to live up to our own expectations going forward. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, interpret, and respond to your emotions in an enlightened and healthy way. It's important to feel our emotions. Also, we can feel them in our bodies. Like when you wanted to scream, but you stopped yourself, and later you could feel the pain in your neck or throat. We can meditate, but not to calm down, but to feel our emotions, like fear, sadness, or any other emotion. How to release old experiences. Imagine a situation. You're sitting with your younger self and talking to them. Give your younger self instructions on what to do, who to call, where to go. Say to them that you'll be fine, that everything will be okay, that you'll meet a lot of good people, and that good things are coming. It won't change the past, but it will help you to concentrate on now. I feel like this practice also helps you to heal your inner child. How to meet your highest potential future self. A popular tool is inner child work. It's when you can offer your past self guidance, even remember traumatizing events, and readdress them with the wisdom you have now. Here are 4 steps on how to do it. Step 1. Face the fear. In a few words, you just need to sit, relax, close your eyes, and imagine yourself and your highest version opposite you. If you see something that is scary at first, remember that it's your imagination. And then you can start asking and receiving advice. Step 2. Notice how your future self looks. While your highest version is talking to you, pay attention to what they look like, how they behave, and what their facial expressions communicate. See what they wear, how they feel, and what they do each day. Step 3. Keep yourself open to whatever this person wants to share with you. The messages should be positive and helpful. Step 4. Imagine them handing you the keys to your new life. You can hand your keys to your past self. It could be your car keys, or some advice, or some instructions that can help your past self become your present self. Or you can imagine your future self giving you something from your future life, for example, the key to your house or something else. Remember, this process should make you feel calm and self-assured, not the opposite. I'm not sure if it works for me. I personally find it more effective for me to sit down and write everything down in short sentences or words like a mind map. I would also imagine my future self, but instead of talking to her, I would just write down everything about her to see clearly what I want in my future. Finding your own peace. Finding inner peace is about making the uncomfortable decisions to stay with your discomfort and to choose differently. Another way to find your inner peace is to remind yourself that many of your worries are just your mind trying to look for possible dangers. True happiness comes from being present in the moment. Becoming mentally strong. Being mentally strong is a process and it is practice. This is where you can begin. Get a plan, because plans fix problems. Think ahead, prepare, and do what's best for the long-term outcome. Humble yourself, because it's not all about you. It seems like everyone is thinking about you, judging you, evaluating you, and determining your status in life. They aren't. Nobody thinking about you the way you think they are thinking about you. They're mostly thinking of themselves. Ask for help, because you're not supposed to know everything. You're not supposed to be good at everything. That's why we have people we can learn from. Stop trying to be psychic, because this is a cognitive distortion. Stop trying to predict what you can't know, and start putting your energy toward building what you can. You can't predict what people think. You can't predict what exactly will happen. Forget what happened and focus on how you will make it right. Reflect on what went wrong, learn from it, and figure out how you're either going to make up for it or change the outcome in the future. Then let it go. Talk it out, because things are often more complicated in your head. If you feel really tangled in your thoughts, feelings, and fears, talk to someone. If nobody is around, talk to yourself. Take your time, because you don't need to figure everything out right now. The most effective and healthy way to change your life is slowly. Make the goal the tiny step you take each day. Take triggers as signals because your wounds need your attention. If we can see these triggers as signals that trying to help us to focus on some part of our lives that needs healing, health, and progress, we can begin to see them as helpful instead of hurtful. Honor your discomfort because it's trying to tell you something. Discomfort is trying to show you that you're capable of more, deserving of better, able to change, or meant for greater than you have right now. So, in other words, how I understand it, to overcome self sabotage, we should first learn how to understand ourselves and our emotions. It is hard, but even doing just a little will be helpful. So don't give up, do it step by step, and you can do this. I hope this video was helpful to someone, and see you next time. Bye bye!